yo, foreigner, you crazy for this one.
Yeah, they think I'm jab riding when I'm left hooking. Fiends say they love me cause they know I keep that sack moving. Sad to say, but this the life that I have grew in. I had to hustle, skipping class, man, I was true in. I can flip some packs and teach you how to do it. This the real deal. Better watch your back cause people will kill. Kill Bill, kill switch on the Glock. Yeah, this the real. And people spin around them blocks just like a Ferris wheel. But that's enough of that. Let me tell you about my life and where I grew up at. I grew up in the south of Topeka. Then I moved to the east in the streets and I ain't fucking with neither. I ain't the type to go with kill or go and sit on that block. I'm the type to get some.
Hey man, this is Jay North. Y'all watching Bucket Discussions. Make sure y'all tap into the past video. Make sure y'all check out the upcoming shit. These guys are real talented. Got something special going on here. Appreciate y'all, man.
Welcome to the Bucket Discussions podcast. This is the podcast where we go beyond the stat sheet. We go beyond the narratives to bring y'all that real, authentic, fire sports conversation, man. It's your boy TJ, a.k.a. Tahj, a.k.a. Lakers fan, Chiefs fan, 221, a.k.a. Big Mike, a.k.a. say a prayer for my homie Pop. Let me go ahead and pass the bro.
Yeah, man. Shout out Pog. But what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Coop, man. Back at it. Another episode of Bucket Discussions, episode 64. So, hey, man, we got to thank everybody that's been with us. I know we've been a little inconsistent, but we're on episode 64. You know, that's pretty close to 100. So we just got to keep grinding, keep getting into it. But, yeah, man, I'm excited to get into another episode of Bucket Discussions, man. Let's see what my man Tahj has brought to the table.
Yes, sir, man. Once again, always happy to hop on here, bro. Chop it with you. Chop it with bro when he's on here, man.
Yep.
But before we get into the podcast, man, church announcements. This is the most important part of church. Guys, the only church announcement I have, actually, no, I got a few. The first one, and you guys already know this one, man. You guys hear it every week. Make sure you're tapped in and tuned in on whichever audio platform you like to listen to your podcast, man. Me personally, I'm a huge podcast guy. I know Coop is as well. Yeah. Man, if you're at work, because I like to do it when I'm at work, man, while I'm walking to and from, while I'm at the gym, whatever the case may be, man, make sure you're tapped in, whether that's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever, bro, Podbean, whatever. It could be a smaller pod app, but just make sure you're tapped into the Bucket Discussions podcast, man. And number two, we haven't been super active on YouTube, man, but we're about to get it back going. Make sure you're tapped into our weekly uploads, man. Go on there, like, share, subscribe, all that, man. And then three, I'm now on TikTok. The Bucket Discussions TikTok is now back active. Make sure you guys get on there. Bro, I'm on there just dropping all my fire, all my heat sports takes, man. I'm just on there just talking to you. We're also going to start uploading the clips from these podcasts onto TikTok. So just make sure you guys are tuned in. Make sure you guys are tapped in, man. Make sure you're subbed up. Make sure you're liking, sharing the videos, man. And I would greatly appreciate that, man. I would greatly appreciate it.
For sure, man. Tap into the TikTok right there. Y'all see it.
At Bucket Discussions.
Yep.
All lowercase, man. So tap in.
Yep.
Right.
Tap in, man.
With that being said, man, let's jump into this episode 64 of the Bucket Discussions podcast.
Yep. Got a lot to talk about.
So me and Coop, pre-show, we weren't trying to get into it too much, but now we're on the podcast, so we're going to dive right into it, man. Yes, Pascal Siakam. There was a few teams he could have got traded to, man, whether it was the Dallas Mavericks, whether it was the 76ers. We didn't really see the Pacers, jumping in there and, snatching up Pascal, man. I really want to know, first, Coop, bro, what is your thoughts on this trade, bro? And do you think this is going to propel the Pacers into contention? Because obviously we feel like they had a decent chance of competing in the East, but does this propel them to contention? Let me know.
Yeah. I mean, shit, bro. We already know the Pacers, they've been a pretty, quick and, quick scoring team this season. So to add another guy like Pascal Siakam, who's just averaged about 22 to 24 points over the last couple of seasons, man, I don't know. I really think overall I like this move, but I will say, like you said, moving into contention, because you don't want to just make a trade that doesn't really, push you over the top, especially when you're involving, 3 first-round picks, right? So the fact that they got a all-NBA player, an all-star, and Pascal Siakam to go alongside with Tyrese Halliburton, you got Miles Turner, Buddy Hield, Aaron Nesmith, bro. They got a good-ass team. And we've already seen what they've been able to do against one of the best teams in the league. In the Milwaukee Bucks. They've, I think, beat them 4-1 times this season already. So it's but that was without Tyrese Halliburton in one of those games, I believe. So it's you take all that into consideration, bro. I just feel like I just feel like this team is really, really deep. You know what I'm saying? Right now they're sitting at 23 and 17, and they're seventh in the East. But I feel like once Pascal Siakam comes in, gets adjusted with Tyrese Halliburton when he gets back on the court because he's still out with an injury. I really feel like this team could be dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Because if the playoffs were to start today, it'd be Boston, Orlando, and then it'd be Milwaukee and the Indiana Pacers. And honestly, bro, if you an Indiana Pacers fan, I feel like you have to go into that series a little confident. You know what I'm saying? Since you already
Definitely.
beat them this season 4-1 times. I mean, Milwaukee, don't get me wrong, they're a great ass team. They're 28 and 13, so they're 15 games over 500. They're, you know what I'm saying? They're doing their thing, but they could definitely be a little bit better defensively. You know what I'm saying? And going up against the Indiana Pacers team who just runs up and down the court and puts points on the board. As a Milwaukee Bucks man, that's really not what you want. Especially you got Damian Lillard guarding Tyrese Halliburton, bro. That is not ideal. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to make some schemes for the Indiana Pacers team. It's not gonna just be no, 5-1 series for the Milwaukee Bucks or 4-1, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like y'all gotta y'all ain't gonna just blow over the Indiana Pacers. That's gonna be a good ass series. And if you ask me personally, I feel like the Pacers could actually win that series. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like overall, I really do like this move. I feel like for both sides, the Indiana Pacers and the Toronto Raptors, because like you mentioned before the show, bro, we was talking about if first round picks are even. I mean, they're obviously worth something, but we both kind of agreed they're kind of overrated nowadays.
Yeah.
Unless you're like in that top 5 to 10 range, you know what I'm saying, in them picks. But the Toronto Raptors, they ended up getting Bruce Brown, Jordan Norwa, and they also got 3 first round picks and I think a second or something like that. So that's obviously like a little hefty amount. But if you're the Indiana Pacers, you're already a young team yourself. You already kind of just went through that rebuild. You got some veterans on the team, but other than that, Tyrese Halliburton, Miles Turner, and now you got Pascal Siakam, who is about to be 30. So it's like, I mean, that's the only critique I would give it is like maybe if Pascal Siakam was like 28, maybe I would have like I don't know. I feel like this move's great regardless. I don't think 3 first round picks is crazy, especially like I said, since you are a young Indiana Pacers team. It's like y'all got plenty of time to make that up. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for the Raptors, they did all right. Like we both said, bro, it's time for the Raptors to move on. It's been since 2019 since they won that championship. It's like, bro, y'all gotta move on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I just feel like the Raptors, it was time to do that shit, and I feel like for the Pacers, it was time to do that shit. Because think about it, bro, who's the best free agent that the Indiana Pacers have ever signed? The only one I can think of is David West, coming off of an All Star game. Like as much as David West, he was a good ass player. I can't think of
Question.
no. That's what I'm saying. Who's the best player you can think of to sign with the Indiana Pacers? Not be traded there, but sign. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this was the perfect position for them to do that. You know what I'm saying? Go trade for Pascal Siakam, who's on the last year of his deal. And for the most part, just depending on your guys' success for the rest of the season, I think he could re-sign there in the summer. You know what I'm saying? If you guys don't fall off, I think you guys will be all right. You know what I'm saying? Tyrese Halliburton and Pascal Siakam, that just seems like a really good duo, especially on the offensive side. So I don't know, man. I think I'd give the trade probably an A plus, maybe just an A for the Pacers, I guess, and then I'd probably give it a B for the Toronto Raptors just because I mean, they did get Bruce Brown back, who's cool, but he's about to be a free agent, so that motherfucker could leave at the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? So can Jordan Nora. So it's like they might end up with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Just 3 first round picks. So I don't know. I really like the move though. I think it was about time. How you feeling about it though, bro? You think Pascal Siakam should have went to another team, or you think the Pacers were a decent fit for him?
For me personally, bro, I do like the fit.
Mm-hmm.
Just for me, I didn't really expect the Pacers to jump in there, man, and kind of swoop them up. So that was surprising from that standpoint, man. But I like
Yeah.
the fit, man. But I really did have to think about this. I was like, damn, does this really make them contenders, man? I feel like they were a fun team. Not saying fun as in like they couldn't compete, but thought they
Yeah.
would be like however far they go, there's really no expectations. And for me personally, there's no expectations for the Pacers, just in general. But now I feel like this year, bro, they get to gain more experience. And I have a respect for them and how they play the game of basketball, man. But I think Pascal will end up looking pretty good in Indiana.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, my only concern about the trade, man, because I feel like from the Raptors' perspective, they did what they needed to do as far as offloading talent, man, and just kind of restarting, bro, having a fresh restart. We seen a lot of people get up out of there, man. RJ's there now, which I'm happy for RJ that he's there, man, doing his thing. But they're trying to reset and look towards the future, man. And they got rid of Fred. You seen how they're just getting rid of everybody, man. They're trying to switch up. They're trying to change, man. So I feel like the Raptors should just continue to focus on the future. And they did the right thing by, getting rid of all the talent and letting them just go somewhere else and doing what they do, man. So for the Pacers, though, bro, I just want to see and not put expectations on them this year, but I want to see if they can really compete with those upper echelon of teams. You feel me? Can they compete with a Boston? Obviously, we've seen it in the regular season, like you said. As far as Milwaukee, they're competing with Milwaukee. They beat Milwaukee several times, but can they compete in the playoff series, bro? Because that's a lot different than just regular season. You feel me? I want to see Tyrese in the playoffs. I want to see how he looks. I want to see how he does. I know the in-season tournament is not the playoffs, but the team looked pretty good. Although it's a lot different. They did look good, bro. They did their thing. I want to see how that looks in the playoffs. Can they compete? Can they really hang around? I don't know, bro. I feel like that remains to be seen, but I'm gonna keep a close eye on them to see what they do. But for both sides, I think it was a win-win trade.
Yeah.
My only concern is that will Pascal leave because he was very adamant. I don't want to play for any other team. I'm not going to re-sign with any other team besides the Toronto Raptors. So is that going to be an issue that you just give up all that? Because Bruce Brown is a big piece. I know a lot of people think he's trash, but he's a very solid role player, man. So is that going to be something that you look back and like, damn, we just got rid of bro just for Pascal Siakam to be here for half a season? Yeah. I don't know, man. I guess we're going to have to see what happens if you end up liking being there, playing with Tyrese Halliburton and playing with those guys. I think he'll end up liking it, bro, but we'll see what happens.
For sure. I agree with that. And I mean, hey, bro, the Indiana Pacers, they haven't won a playoff series in 10 years. So I feel like them making this move is them trying to just, put in Tyrese Halliburton's face, like, hey, we actually believe in you. So we're going to get another star to put alongside you. Because if you remember back in the Paul George days, they were a little skeptical about making a big trade for a guy like Anthony Davis because they're a small market team. They don't want someone to come here and then not want to come back eventually. So that is a very big concern. You know what I'm saying? And also, like you said, Bruce Brown is a really good role player. But I feel like for the Toronto Raptors, bro, they might be able to get another first round pick out of him. You know what I'm saying? Trading him to a team that wants, is desperate for another, role player. You know what I'm saying? So hey, they could potentially flip Bruce Brown and get him for another first round pick or a couple seconds. You know what I'm saying? So either way, man, I feel like this trade.
I don't know what Phoenix has as far as draft picks, bro, but that'd be a solid piece for them. They could get Bruce Brown.
Yeah, bro. They need anything at this point. I'm gonna be honest, bro. The Suns have no assets. They don't really got many picks.
Honestly, he could probably fit. He could fit on a lot of teams, but I don't know
bro.
if Toronto's even gonna really want to get rid of him. But I assume Bruce Brown wants to be playing for a championship because
for sure, I agree with that. Shit, even as dumb as this may sound, even y'all Lakers, but it just depends on what the Lakers would be willing to give up. Because if you giving up a first round pick for Bruce Brown, especially that Lakers first round pick, it's not even worth it at that point. So
first rounders.
But yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Yeah, I mean, especially as a Lakers first round pick, that motherfucker's gonna be juicy. So I don't know, man. We just gotta see, man. I'm excited to see this trade though. I don't know when Pascal suits up for the Pacers, but either way, man, it's gonna be fun to see. I'm excited.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on that one, man.
Yeah, definitely get back on here and talk about it.
And once again, bro, to bro's point about the draft picks, I don't want to sit here and act like a first round pick is just useless because it's not. But
it's definitely not.
You're not trading and that pick that doesn't have potential to be like a lottery pick or a top 5, a top 10 pick, bro. It's really not gonna have a lot of value because as we see in the draft every year, man, once it gets past the lottery, those picks don't usually hit. They have a small.
For sure.
They have a small chance of hitting. That really becomes something. Obviously, you see some of the rare, like a Jimmy Butler got picked at 30, or a Draymond Green or a Nikola Jokic. Like he gets picked in the second round, becomes.
There's rare ones. Yeah, Draymond Green. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. I mean, how I think about it is, think about it, bro. Out of them 3 first round picks, do you think any of those 3 picks are going to be a better player than Pascal Siakam? I mean, it's possible, but I mean, Pascal Siakam's a champion. He's an All NBA player. He's an all-star. I just feel like
he's experienced to the locker room too.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I feel like first round. I mean, they are important, but like you said, bro, it really just depends. Especially for a team like me, like my Clippers, bro, they can't draft for shit. So first round picks, just throw them away. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, that's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? So we'll just see. Toronto, they've been decent with drafting. And I heard that this upcoming draft class isn't that great. So, I mean, we'll just have to see, to be honest. I don't really know many prospects coming up in this draft class, but I just heard it isn't that great. So we'll see.
All right, man. So let's get into the second topic. We're talking
Do it, man.
about NBA standings. Right now in the NBA, man, it's not a lot of like big crazy news. And I like to say this because right now, NFL playoffs, man, that's really what I'm locked into right now. That's really all I'm focused on. As far as the NBA, I'm going to give it another month before I really start to, pinpoint the standings and be like, okay, cool, where we at seeding wise, especially for my Lakers, because we haven't been looking very good, especially after that in-season tournament, banner, championship, whatever folks want to call it, man. But I feel like once All-Star break hits, man, that's when it's like the race to the finish, man, and make sure you got to get a good seeding, focus on your matchup, and really like trying to get to the playoffs, man, because obviously we know the playoffs is a lot different than the regular season, man. It's definitely in the NBA too, man. 7-game series, you got a lot more time to prepare for a certain opponent. You get to focus in on weaknesses and flaws, and it's a lot different, man. So right now, as we stand in January, man, we're gonna go ahead and look at these standings and just kind of freestyle and talk about how we're feeling about certain teams and just the standings, man. So let's go and get into it, man.
Yeah.
Cool, bro. First off, let's just go and get straight to it, man. How you feeling about your Clippers? I can sense a quiet confidence from you, bro, as far as the Clippers. And I can admit that I was wrong about the James Harden trade, man. So just kind
And I
of
was too.
talk to us about your Clippers, man, and how you're feeling about, the long run. You feeling good?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say I'm feeling good, but like you said, bro, at the beginning, I was very skeptical as well. Like at the end, I thought I could be all right, but like just throwing three guys together that can score, it just doesn't really seem like a good mix. At least it hasn't in recent history. You know what I'm saying? Like going back to the Lakers, like three All-Star caliber players, but they don't really fit. But that's what I was worried about, bro. Is James Harden gonna fit with this team? And I mean, so far it has. You know what I'm saying? Besides those first 5 games where Russell Westbrook was in the starting lineup with those three, I think we talked about that too. About around when the trade happened, me and you was talking about should Russell Westbrook actually come off the bench, and they ended up pulling him. He sat on the bench, and the team started to thrive. You know what I'm saying? They threw Terrence Mann into the starting lineup, and they've been hooping ever since, bro. I think they're what was it, 23-7 over their last 30 games. So, I mean, bro, I'm gonna just be real with you. Like, I have been pretty quiet as like a Clippers fan. Like, usually you would think I'll be talking all my shit, but no, because knowing how the Clippers usually go, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta be patient, you know what I'm saying? Just pray for good health. But for the most part, bro, they've been hooping. This is probably the best I've ever seen like the Clippers play. Like, it's really that serious. Like, it's crazy, bro. I did not think James Harden was gonna help this much, but in the back of my head, bro, I was thinking, listen, bro, if James Harden could just come in and facilitate how I thought John Wall was going to come in and facilitate, then we'll be damn near unstoppable. And that's exactly what he's been doing, bro. Like,
And
I mean,
can we shout out Big Zoo, bro? Like,
yes, bro.
I feel like that's an underrated piece of just the success that the Clippers been having.
No, really.
As far as the connection, bro, the connection that
Yeah.
him and James Harden, obviously he's always been a great pick and roll partner.
Yeah.
But like for him to come in and really establish that connection with Big Zoo, bro, that's not something I've seen really happening, right off bat. But bro's been balling. I think he just got hurt, didn't he? He just got hurt.
Yeah, he's going to be out for at least a month. That's big.
That connection, man, is definitely been solid, bro. And I think he needs to get a lot more credit because I know he's kind of the punching bag when stuff's going wrong, bro. So I feel like
I'm a victim to that too, bro. Over the past couple of years, I've been really critical of Zoo, which I feel like it has been warranted. But like you think about it, bro, you bring in a guy like James Harden, he's only going to make Zubac look better. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be catching lobs, throwing them to where they need to be. He's going to be setting good ass screens. You know what I'm saying? Off that pick and roll, they just be making great ass plays, and I feel like that's one of the main reasons I'm confident with this LA Clippers team is just because you could actually see them putting into work. Like I feel like both of us as fans of sports, we both have seen our team kind of just like be lackluster when it comes to effort, or it just makes it. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like your team don't care sometimes, and that's how it's felt over the past couple years with the Clippers. Like you got motherfuckers sitting out back to backs playing half the season. It's like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? What are we doing? But you have James Harden coming in. He said that him and Zubac would stay like 30 minutes after practice with all the other bigs, just getting reps. And you know what I'm saying? That's big. You know what I'm saying? That's really big. And I will say, bro, I've been very critical of Zubac, and he's been a punching bag for me. So I'm gonna have to give him his credit. You know what I'm saying? He's been phenomenal for us. He's been like the anchor for us defensively in the paint. Obviously, he ain't got that high of a vertical, but just his presence, him being 7 foot, It helps a lot. Zoo, he's just been great, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Zoo's been probably like our fourth most important player. Like if we're being honest, you obviously have the big three, but then you got Norman Powell, Westbrook, and I'd put Zubac ahead over those two for sure. You know what I'm saying? But as overall man for the Clippers, I'm feeling really good. You know what I'm saying? I just hope the only thing we can hope for is just continued health. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, like you said,
Yes, sir.
Zubac, who's been an Iron Man for us, bro, since we got him from the Lakers, bro, he's only missed probably 5 games total. So the fact that he's about to miss a whole month with a calf strain, that's kind of big. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't even mad, bro. Take your time. 'Cause calf strains, that's
Painful, bro.
yeah, bro. It could be really bad because that's kind of what happened with KD. He started off with a calf strain back in 2019, and then he ended up tearing his Achilles. So he's got to be really careful with that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're putting too much pressure on your calf, trying not to hurt your.
Compensation, bro.
Yeah,
Overcome.
that's exactly that's the word I was looking for. So
Yeah.
yeah, bro, you just gotta be smart with an injury like that. But overall, bro, happy with the Clippers, man. They just gotta stay healthy, and yeah, man, just being humble. You know what I'm saying? Being humble because I've been talking shit over the past couple years, so I'm just letting them do their thing. You know what I'm saying? But is there another team you trying to hit on in the West, or you just want to go down the standings?
Yeah, we're in the West, bro. So I don't want to like necessarily spend too much time on just one team, bro. But I was gonna kind of
Yeah.
like lump some teams in there, man.
What's another team that stood out to you in the West so far? You
So
got you got Minnesota, Oklahoma,
bro, let's talk
Denver.
about Minnesota and
Let's do it.
OKC right now, bro. Those are
Let's
two
do it.
young teams who don't really have a lot of experience, and they haven't really established like a true dominance, man, in the Western Conference. This is really like their first
Yeah.
year really showing
Uh-huh.
up and being like, damn, top two. Because we've seen
Yeah.
young teams be top in the East, top in the West for like a few weeks, but they really been here for a little minute, man. So
Yeah.
do you feel like you feel like this is legitimate, and do you feel like these are some teams that really could make some noise in the playoffs?
Starting off with the Timberwolves, bro, they are definitely a very confusing team because, like, at the beginning of the year, I didn't even think they was gonna be like a top 5 seed. I thought they was gonna be like 6 to 8. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
they seem
saying?
like
So
they're more of an AC type of team.
that's what I was thinking, but they put it together, bro. I gotta give him credit. You know what I'm saying? Rudy Gobert, he hasn't been like a blocking machine, but he's still been there defensively, bro. Like he's been really good.
Yeah.
Shit, Karl Anthony Towns deserves his credit too. They have a lot of old players on the team, but like you said, bro, they're a young team when it comes to experience. Like Karl Anthony Towns has been in the league for 9 years, and he's made
Yeah.
one playoff
Most
series.
success they had was what a first
The
round loss to the Grizzlies and winning the
Yep,
playing.
literally. So I feel like it could be different this year, though, just depending on who they get matched up against. If the playoffs started today, they would play the Phoenix Suns, and I feel like they have a good chance at doing that just because of their defense, bro. That's really it. You know what I'm saying? They got guys that could shit. Jaden McDaniels, bro. I don't know if you know who that is or if you're familiar with him, bro.
Yeah,
Motherfucker's a six
he's
ten,
a defender. Then
bro.
hey,
Amazing
tell bro
defender.
not to punch no walls, man. No lie. 'Cause I
Yeah,
heard he
yeah,
broke his
bro. That
hand.
was big. That
Yeah.
might have been one of the biggest reasons they lost last year in the playoffs was because they best defender literally, or at least second
Mhm.
best defender behind Rudy, got hurt because he punched a wall. So Jaden McDaniels has been big for them. Obviously, I can't believe I went all this time without talking about Anthony Edwards, but he's been phenomenal. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, he's going to be an undisputed All Star as he should. But I don't know, bro. I
Yeah.
think this team is made for a regular season run, but like I just said, I wouldn't be surprised if I see them at an A seed. But they just have a lot of good players. Mike Conley, who I forgot about, was on the team. Like they just have a lot of solid players and just make shit work. You know what I'm saying? But we're just gonna have to see how it goes to playoff time because I'm never gonna forget what my boy Terrence Mann did to Rudy Gobert in the 2021 playoffs, bro. Drop. Which is so crazy about that, bro, is Terrence Mann
They
had
lose
40
so dirty,
points that
man.
game, and he has never been close to scoring that again since. So it's like the fact that he did that on Rudy Gobert's head. I don't know, bro. Like if I played them, I'd feel pretty confident, even though we have lost to them the only game we played them. So I don't know, bro. We just gonna have to see. That's kind of for me, Minnesota. They're kind of like a playoff team. We're just gonna have to see how that is, how they work. But you could say the same with Oklahoma, who I'm about to go to, because I mean we've never seen them in the playoffs besides when the bubble when they had Chris Paul and Shea. So it's like other than that, that's the last time Shea's made the playoffs. So we're gonna have to see. But Oklahoma, bro, I feel like they're legit. You know what I'm saying? We just beat them. The Lakers just beat them this week, but I feel like when it gets down to like the nitty and gritty, bro, they got guys that can just space the floor. Luke Dort had 5 threes against us the other day, and he's not even a 3-point shooter like that. So, yeah, bro, they just have guys that could just light you up. They play defense. They're fast. They're young, so they got hella energy for days. So I don't know, bro. I'm kind of scared of the Oklahoma City team. You know what I'm saying? So Isaiah Joe, motherfucker's a bucket, bro. So it's like they
They
got
got
so many
they got
guys
both
that
Jalen Williams.
yes, that's what I'm
Right,
saying.
man.
And then
They
they have
they
an
got a
anchor.
young squad, man.
Yeah, exactly, bro. It's all young guys, and that's the scarier part about it. Because it's like, think about it, bro. These right now in January, bro, they're the second seed. Imagine like
Hey,
next
you didn't even
year.
speak on Chet, bro. I feel
Not
like
that's
he's
who.
very
That's what
underrated.
I was about to go to, bro. That
Yeah.
motherfucker's been their anchor defensively, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He obviously he's a rookie, so he still has stuff to work on. But like defensively, bro, that motherfucker is a presence. Like when people go into the rim against him, they automatically turn back around and see who they can pass it out to because that motherfucker's just right there. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, this team's very Jalen Williams, bro, who's been to me probably. I think he's gonna be the X factor once it comes down to the playoffs because Shea, he's already an automatic bucket. I feel like he's gonna be unguardable. But Jalen Williams, bro, if he's lighting
He
the
could have been rookie. He honestly could have been rookie of the year last year, bro.
he could have, bro. He
He had,
really
he
could
had a
have.
good case.
He did. He really did too. Who did win Rookie of the Year last year? You remember? I don't
Last
remember.
year,
Fuck, I should probably know that, but I totally forgot, bro. Because it was. I don't think it was that crazy of a conversation. Like I think it was just him, Jalen Williams, and that was it. I'm damn. That's bad that I forgot, but um, I'm trying to
Paulo.
think.
Paulo.
Oh, damn, that's fucked up because I
Oh, I
love the
couldn't
Magic.
think of that. Yeah, Paulo.
Yeah, and then I forgot Chet got hurt last year, so he should have been playing. So Chet could win. He is
Chet
gonna
didn't
win
even make
Rookie
it
of the Year.
last year.
That's what I'm saying. Chet's probably gonna win Rookie of the Year this season. You know what I'm saying? Shout
It's
out to
honestly a
Victor.
two-man race, him and Wemby, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Him and Wemby, but Wemby, bro, he's all the way at the bottom of the conference with a shitty ass team. Like I feel bad for Wemby though when it comes to the like Rookie of the Year because it's like, bro, imagine if he was on the Thunder, he'd have probably a lot better of a case to be Rookie of the Year. But since his
Yeah,
team's fucking
it
ass,
has
he's
a
got
better
Jeremy
situation.
Sohan. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know, but regardless, bro, I really do like this Oklahoma City team. I think they have a chance to go to the Western Conference Finals, even the finals, just depending on who they get matched up against. You know what I'm saying? So
But this
I'm excited, bro.
could be a repeat, bro. Those I want to compare him to OKC back in the day, bro. But this is
Yeah,
just a young team who
for sure.
doesn't really have any experience as far as
Yep.
deep runs in the playoffs, bro. And they really just don't. Like they're really not supposed to
I
be
agree.
there, bro. So I feel like they're playing with house money at this point, bro. Like
Literally, they just
two
say
seed.
fuck it.
They have no
Hey,
expectations.
yep,
Nobody said OKC's gonna win a championship this year.
exactly, bro.
Unless you're an OKC fan, bro. So and also
Yeah,
OKC is low key. It's like the adopted team of the Bucket Discussions podcast, bro. We love
yeah,
OKC up,
yeah.
man.
Dead ass. Because hey, man, we went to
That's
that game.
bro.
We see, hey, bro, it was crazy. We saw Shea drop his career high, and he ain't even had another game like that since.
That was
Obviously,
crazy, bro.
his
Now I
career
think
high. The one game we went to, that was nuts, bro. That's wild.
yeah, bro, because we went to the game and we saw
Uh-huh.
Dame, and Dame was playing like trash, but it's like to get a treat like that and see Shea really take over a game, bro, it's just like,
Yeah,
damn, that was a special performance, bro. So
it
shout out
was too. And they was getting blown out for a while, and then
to
they
Shea,
came back
man.
at the end. It went to overtime, I think, which is
Yeah,
crazy. That
against the
game.
Bills, man.
Yeah, man, that was a good
Bills,
ass
he
game.
really, yeah, bro, he's doing his thing, bro. We got to see some good players play that day, bro. We got to see some
Yeah, that
good.
was nuts. Hell yeah, but I want to ask you though, how you feeling about the Timberwolves at least? Because I know you were a big, you know,
Bro,
you
this
were critiquing their team
yeah,
too
bro. This
last
is
year.
another
Everyone, they give absolutely.
this is another one that
But
I
like, are
got.
you surprised to see them that high? Or are you like,
No, I'm definitely surprised, bro. I gotta first off, I'm not gonna apologize, but I admit that I was wrong, bro. Rudy Gobert, obviously, you guys know how much I hated that trade, bro. I feel like it was just like, nah, this is not really, this is not really it, bro. But
yeah,
see what they're doing this year, man. I got to give them credit. Obviously, Ant-Man's doing his thing, bro.
yeah,
And it wasn't because I hated the Timberwolves, bro, because I like the Timberwolves, but it's just like after we seen them make that run against the Grizzlies, bro, and for them to have the talent that they had, they really got rid of, like, D'Angelo Russell was there, but they had Vanderbilt there, bro, with McDaniels. And so, of course, their defense was going to be good, bro, because those are defensive guys.
yeah, yeah,
For them to give up that depth, I hated to see that for Rudy Gobert when I felt like they drafted a guy in Walker Kessler who could have did the exact same thing as Rudy Gobert as far as shot blocking. He was one of the best shot blockers in college. I just feel like it was dumb, bro, but I got to give it to him. For them to be, you don't actually win that many games, bro. They're
yeah.
20, like 11. I got to give them the credit, bro. Like, those guys are impressive. I haven't been able to catch them much on TV because it's the Timberwolves. But I just want to shout out those guys, and I want to see what happens. I want to see what happens in the playoffs. Will they be another team who gets there and just kind of falls off? Who knows? I want to see Karl Anthony Towns though, bro, because he's not a vet, but he is a vet.
Kind of is. He is
You don't
definitely.
see
Yeah,
him
I'd
as
say.
a vet. Yeah, you don't see him
Yeah,
as a vet, but he's been there the longest, bro.
bro. He's been here a decade basically. So
Yeah, bro. He's what
great.
20,
Nope.
2013,
15.
2014,
It's
15?
been 9 years. Yeah, 9 years since he's been in the
So
league.
I want to see him step up and lead, bro. Even the Ant-Man, like,
Maybe 26.
and I'll give him credit, bro, because I've kind of seen him try to lead Anthony Edwards, because Anthony Edwards is just like, he's a beast, bro. But
Yeah,
I've seen him like kind of during interviews, like, yeah, y'all laugh at him for eating Popeyes, but he needs to start eating more healthy, like stuff like that, bro. Like, I want to see him step up and be a leader because we make fun of
yeah,
Anthony Towns, bro, but he is a very good player, bro. Like, I want to see him really take that next step and be like, okay, cool, this is my team. Not to say
yeah,
like clash of egos with him and Anthony Edwards, but just being a
yeah.
leader, bro. Just
Yeah.
lead the team in the right direction.
Listen, bro, you do not have to be the best player on your team to be a leader. You know what I'm saying? Carl
That's
Anthony
true.
Towns, he could really just, be that vocal leader. I mean, or Mike Conley. You know what I'm saying? As dumb as that sounds, Mike Conley, he's a very, neutral guy with
Good vet too,
basically.
bro. So
Yeah, man.
yeah.
They got
He
some
can
good
do all
guys
this
around.
league.
Yeah, man. They got some good veterans around Anthony Edwards, good role models. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what you love to see. You know what I'm saying? Well, I guess we're just gonna have to see what they do during the playoffs. But moving on to the Eastern Conference, bro. We got the Boston Celtics are currently undefeated at home. They're 20-0 at home, and they're 32-9. Um, Me and Tahj was talking about before the show. Actually, it might have been during the show. I don't remember, but we was talking about Kristaps Porzingis and that move. Just talking about how big that was, or kind of underrated it was. You know what I'm saying, for the Boston Celtics. And I gotta agree with Tahj because like that move has just really done so much good for the Boston Celtics. Just having a big body down there that can shoot, who can just do a little bit of
Yeah.
everything, bro.
Let me speak
Kristaps is a
on let
very
me let me
talented
speak
player.
to that point, bro, because I feel like
Do your
we
thing, bro. Go
forgot
crazy.
we forgot how good Kristaps was just because of the situation that he was in, bro, in Dallas, where he became more of
Yeah.
a spot up 3-point shooting guy, bro. And it was like you
Yeah.
forget in New York, bro, where there wasn't a lot of great players, there wasn't a lot of great talent. He kind of run the show and do his own thing, man. Obviously, Kristaps,
He
he
was
got a
balling,
nickname Unicorn, bro, because he could do it all. He just wasn't just a 7'3" big guy that was soft as shit. Like, no, he was in there. He's dribbling the basketball, bro. He's handling the ball. He's making plays. He's passing
Yeah.
it. Bro, he just did everything on the floor, and he's 7'3", so he got the
Yeah.
nickname Unicorn, bro. But
Yep.
for him to go to Boston, bro, where he could, that was like that might be the best move for the offseason, bro. Like him and Drew Holiday adding that together, bro.
Crazy.
Like,
In the same offseason's crazy.
bro.
Like that's nuts.
And honestly, I feel like Kristaps, because everybody knew what Drew Holiday was going to bring, what he was going to do, bro. But it flew under the radar for Kristaps because a lot of people forgot how good he was, bro. And it's like when you get to Boston and you're getting put in the right positions to be productive and to be great, bro. He's
Yeah.
7'3". He's getting the ball around the rim, bro. Like he's 7'3". Obviously, that makes sense. You don't have to be a basketball fan to know, like, man, this guy is the tallest guy on the court. Get him the basketball, bro. But he's averaging. Last time I checked, he's averaging 19.9 points.
Yeah, that's really all you could ask for, bro.
Like,
They have 5 guys you can throw into the All-Star game. To be honest, you obviously got the 2 J's. You got Derek White, Kristaps, and you got Drew Holiday, who all of them have a case to be All-Stars. To be honest, but that'd be insane if they was all All-Stars. But no, you 100% right, bro. I'm definitely pleased with that move. But yeah,
let's talk
man,
about that. Let's talk about that undefeated record at home, bro.
crazy. They have a chance to go undefeated at home, man. I think the Boston Celtics, I forgot which year it was, but I believe they are the only team to go undefeated at home for obvious reasons, man. They got a strong ass fan base. You know what I'm saying? They got a pretty dope ass arena and shit. So, I mean, it's possible, bro. They almost did lose the other day at home to the Minnesota Timberwolves, though. So, we just gonna have to see, bro. Like I said, currently 20-0. They just got to win 21 more games at home, and they would go undefeated. You know what I'm saying? That's
Honestly,
a tough
bro,
task to ask.
for me, yeah, that's not even about them going undefeated at home all season. That
That'd
would
be
be
dope.
a pretty record on paper, bro. But
Yeah.
I want to see how that factors in the playoffs, bro, because obviously they're the first seed in the East.
Yeah, none of that shit matters, man. We seen the 73-9 Warriors blow a 3-1 lead. You know what I'm saying? So that shit don't matter.
But if they do establish some type of dominance at home, though, I feel like that could be a factor in the playoffs, though, bro. Because it's like
yeah, for sure.
if they have, because the format, you get your first 2 at home.
Yep.
If you get up 2-0 in them series, bro, I feel like they'll be in pretty good shape. Then you just got to get one on the road.
Yeah.
So I want to keep an eye on that, man, and just see. Another thing, bro, I know I said this about Karl Anthony Towns earlier, but I want to see Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown really step up and become leaders, bro, because we've seen them.
It's take time.
but we expect them to really make that push for a championship for real this year. But we seen them lose to the Warriors, and we gave them an excuse like they're young,
It was their first finals. You know what I'm saying? It was their
Yeah.
first. It was excusable.
I want to see how they bounce back now, bro. Because it's like, all right, cool, we're back in the playoffs, bro. We got a different head coach, like
with a better team, in my opinion.
You got a better team, bro. You got a Drew Holiday who's experienced, bro. You got a Chris Stapps who can shoot the three. He can do everything, bro.
Derek White, like they have Peyton Pritchard.
Yeah, bro. You got these guys, and these are guys that were already in the fire, in the battle with you, bro. So they should have some experience as well. I want to see what they do. I want to see how it turns out, bro, in the playoffs. Like, I'm trying to point everything towards the playoffs, bro, because I try not to overreact to everything that's going on during the season, bro, because as a sports fan, I'm starting to become more seasoned a little bit, bro, and not overreacting to every little thing that happens, bro, especially in the NBA. 82 games is a lot of games, bro. That's some shit.
There's a lot of recency bias, bro. A lot of recency bias that goes on.
And I feel like it's different, like, there's different seasons within the season, bro. Like, we have the first beginning of the season where everybody overreacts, like, oh, this team sucks. This team's this team's that. And they make their judgments. Then you got the second half, which is our second quarter, which I feel like is this part of the season where everybody's like, oh, damn. Like, I mean, let's take your Clippers, for instance, bro. Y'all started off, I forgot what the record was, but it wasn't a good record. And everybody was like, no, the Clippers with James Harden, they ain't on shit for real. And then now it's like, okay, they looking good. So I want to see the third quarter because half is going to be all-star break. Then we got a third and fourth quarter where everybody's going to be making those serious pushes, really get into the playoffs, get their seeds, do what they need to do, bro. I want to see how this plays out, bro. Who's that other team in the East that you're really looking at, bro? Team or teams? Let me know.
Yeah, it's tough, bro. But, I mean, as dumb as it may sound, we already talked about the team as the Indiana Pacers. I don't think they're going to be a contender, but I feel like they could upset one of the top 4 teams. You know what I'm saying? If they get into that range. Like the Philadelphia 76ers. Just because of how fast they are and how fast they can put points up on the board. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of teams. I think they're on pace to break like one of the best offensive records of all time or something like that. But it seems like we say that every year. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, this team is the best offensive team of all time. You know what I'm saying?
That's the way the game is played now, for sure.
Yeah, yep, exactly. It's just going to keep elevating. But, I mean, besides the Pacers and, like, obviously Boston is being contenders, I mean, I feel like we got to talk about the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? They're still second in the East. They're 28-13, but, like, do you feel any type of way about them? Like, do you feel a little scared, like, depending on who they get matched up against? Because, like I said, bro, they're 1-4 against the Pacers. And, like, that's kind of crazy considering, like, you know what I'm saying? You got Damian Lillard as the point guard, but he be getting his ass tore up on defense. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. I'm like, damn, Tyrese having a field day over here, and Damian Lillard just over there hitting his watch like this. I'm like, bro, come on now.
All right, man. So the Milwaukee Bucks, they have a concern, bro, just based off the defensive end. I know we're all excited about Dame getting traded there, man, but putting in Dame, even though you do it 10 times out of 10, putting Dame in and taking out Drew Holiday may really hurt their defense more than we realize. But this is something that they can get figured out, man. I hope they can get it figured out before the playoffs, because if they get to the playoffs and their defense is looking how it's looking now, man, I don't see them really making a deep run just based off having Dame and Giannis, bro, and just having, those other pieces. It's a little concerning, though, bro, when they're giving up as many points as they're giving up. As you talked about, the Pacers beat them. The Pacers should feel confident if they end up getting matched up with them, bro, just based off the regular season, man. But in a 7-game series, though, if you're going to have to rely on Dame and Giannis, that's just what you're going to have to do. How do you feel about it?
I mean, I kind of feel the same way. Like, obviously, the Bucks, they got some good players. They obviously got dudes like Bobby Portis, they got Jay Crowder. They got some all right role players, but it's like,
and
I mean, how I see it, bro.
I know Jay Crowder's on the way back. I know he had like a injury or something like that, bro.
Yeah.
But I just feel like that's a very sketchy plan if you're relying on Jay Crowder to come back and really change your defense better.
Yeah.
Crowder, he's old, bro. Not something old in like a sense of old, but old in NBA years, bro. That's not a reliable plan as far as the defensive end. But
I ain't gonna lie though, Brook Lopez, he's solid too. But I love Brook Lopez. But I mean, other than that, I don't know. I feel like the Pacers are a really good matchup. Just like we've seen over the last 4 times they played. You know what I'm saying? Now that they have Pascal Siakam, that's another body to throw at Giannis, along with Miles Turner. You know what I'm saying? They got some guys off the bench they could throw at Giannis too. And then you obviously got Tyrese Halliburton having Damian Lillard run up and down the court chasing him. So it's like, I don't know. I feel if I'm the Pacers, if I'm a Pacers fan, I'd feel pretty confident going into that series. To be honest, not saying that they will win, but I'm saying that y'all got a just as good as a chance as the Bucks to win that series. At least in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think there's a move the Bucks can make, whether that's picking up
Um,
somebody from free agency or just from the streets, or
nah, I feel like they gave up pretty much all their assets for Damian Lillard. I mean, they could maybe go get a dude like Bruce Brown if they have any draft picks left. But other than that, I don't even know what they have left for draft picks, to be honest. And they obviously ain't got no great players to trade. You know what I'm saying? No one wants to buy. I mean,
not
Bobby
really having
Portis,
to pay? Yeah,
but it's like at that point, if you're sending out Bobby Portis, you better be getting a player back. God bless you.
thank
You
you.
better be getting a player that's at least just as good, or if not better than Bobby Portis.
That's
You know what I'm
that's a
saying?
big
So at that point,
thing.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's one of the best one of the best players in the league, to be honest. But nah, man, I feel like I don't know. It's a really good matchup for the Pacers. But how you feeling about the Heat, bro? Right now, they're currently sitting at the 6th seed. Jimmy Butler has played one game in the past like month and a half, but they're still staying afloat. They're 24-17,
I
sixth
want to
in the
shout
East.
out. I want to shout out, bro, man.
Eric, who?
The Heat,
Jimmy or
I can't say his name the right way, bro, but
Eric Spoelstra?
no, the rookie, man.
Oh, something
I,
Valquez.
yeah,
Yeah,
Vasquez or Jack Jr. I can't say his name
hey,
right.
don't kill us in the comments.
Yeah,
No,
man. I can't pronounce his name right, man. But this dude, he's been
he's
impressive,
bugging.
bro.
Yeah,
He's
bro, he looks like a
impressive, man.
veteran.
How did he keep finding these guys, bro?
I don't know. It's kind of
How did
pissing me
he
off
keep
though.
finding these
I'm like,
dudes, bro?
you got teams that can draft every year, and then you got
Every
teams like
year,
my
bro.
Clippers who be drafting dudes like fucking I don't even know who. Like I'm trying to think of the worst draft pick that we've had. Like
Some teams do it, bro. They just do it at a high
Jerome
level, bro.
Robertson was terrible.
They just
That's what
do
I'm
it.
saying. Like they just always get somebody crazy.
But no, man. As
It's
far as the
nuts,
Miami
man.
Heat go, this is a team, bro, who every year it
Can't
just seems
count them
like
out.
no matter what they do in the regular season, bro, they're always going to be a viable team in the end. But as of right now, though, bro, they're looking solid. Obviously, they're in the playoffs right now. Jimmy Butler is Jimmy
Yeah,
Butler, bro. Though I wish they could have made a bigger move in the offseason, I do. But it's the Heat, bro. Once we get to the end of the close to the end of the regular season, bro, let's revisit and see where they're at. But if
yeah,
they get to the playoffs, bro, as we've seen in the past 2, 3,
yeah.
4, 5 years, bro, they get in the playoffs with
So
Jimmy Butler, they got a chance, man.
no, I agree with that. I do want to talk about two more teams though in the East, and then we can move on to the next topic if we have one. But the
What's up?
they're not. It's not a crazy teams. They're actually really bad teams. The Atlanta Hawks and the Charlotte Hornets. And the reason I want to talk about these teams is because, in my personal opinion, they have trade assets, guys that they can get off and maybe go somewhere else. Like he was talking about with the Heat, man. Like they obviously didn't get Damian Lillard, but who knows? Maybe they could go get a DeJounte Murray, or who I think would be pretty cool for them, who isn't like a crazy player, but is Terry Rozier from the Hornets. I want to see Terry Rozier in a different situation. I'm tired of him seeing. I'm just sick and tired of him losing, bro.
He's tired of that Charlotte story, bro.
Bro, dead ass. They're 8-30 right now, and they only have which is crazy because they're dog shit. Like that's one of the worst teams I've probably ever seen play. And then they still have 4 more wins than the Detroit Pistons, which is just insane. You know what I'm saying? It's like what the fuck. But I would really like shit. Gordon Hayward too. They need bro Charlotte. They just need to start getting these dudes out of the team because y'all obviously ain't building around LaMelo. So it's like y'all obviously need to just
Bro,
like do something. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you brought up those two teams, bro. When are we gonna start looking at them to really compete?
Bro, they suck.
I'm
They're
not
just a
saying
terrible
I'm not saying be for a
franchise.
championship, bro, but be a good team. Be making a push for
Decent.
the playoffs.
Be like not just a bottom two. How
We
about
seen the
that? Just
Hawks
try to,
come off the Eastern Conference Finals, bro, and then they just really like had this weird
yeah.
experience about them that like, oh yeah, we're here, we already made it. We don't want to play the regular season, but it's like, bro,
That shit was nuts.
y'all
And they're
not
currently
really
17
established yet, bro. So what are we doing here?
Yeah.
You should.
Ridiculous.
I feel like these two teams shouldn't be in a fight for being one of the worst teams in the Eastern Conference, bro. Like that's ridiculous at this point in time. Especially
Yeah.
with I know LaMelo's he's hurt, he's in it.
He's always hurt. But I
We
mean,
we shouldn't just be accepting them being bad teams anymore.
yeah. But that's what happens though with to LaMelo, bro, when you have him literally having the ball like all the possessions of all the games. It's like, bro, who else is gonna score besides Terry? And that's what I was saying, bro. They just need to get rid of the guys that they have on their team because first of all, it would help y'all just be bad. If y'all want to be bad, just be bad. Don't have good players on the team to be bad. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. And the Hawks, bro, like they have cool players like Jalen Johnson. their second year player, I think, has probably been like their best player. To be honest, obviously you have Trae Young averaging like 29 and 10, but like I'm talking about effective, winning basketball. Jalen Johnson, man, he's probably one of their best players. I don't know. I feel like both these teams. I'm not saying the Hawks out of trade Trae Young or anything, but DeJounte Murray, obviously, it might be time to just get what you can for him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I mean they did trade 3 first-round pick. I made a whole video about that trade too, talking about how I feel like it could help the Hawks. I mean, it did for a little bit in spurts, but overall, no, it's not the move. You know what I'm saying? Having two ball dominant players, and all it does is put DeJounte Murray in like a catch and shoot position, and that's not really his role. He's supposed to be an on ball. His defense has been off since he's been in Atlanta. It's just been a whole bunch of bullshit. So yeah, man, those are the only teams I really wanted to talk about in the East. But if there's anyone else you like to hit on real quick, we can do that, or we can just move on to the next topic. It's up to you.
Nah, bro, we're probably pretty much covered it, man. I just want to reiterate, don't put too much stock into the standings right now because it's
Don't do
the
it.
second quarter of the season, man. Obviously, it's important, but let's revisit this after All-Star break, man, and when teams really start making a push for the playoffs, and let's see where everything shakes up too, and where everything shakes out at, man. I just want to go ahead and hammer home that point, man. But let's go ahead and just knock out this jump ball real quick, man. We don't have a jump ball topic or a question right now, but I want to shout out our MVP of episode 64.
Yep.
Ben, man. Ben showing love on the TikTok, so I had to go ahead and shout him out. Ben, thank you for your support. Thank you for the love, man. We appreciate you.
Do you know him personally? Is it someone you know?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. Shout out to Ben, man. I thought it was just some dude on TikTok. Regardless, man, hey, we appreciate you. Regardless if it's some fan or someone that my boy Tahj knows, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to you, Ben. Appreciate you showing love, especially on the TikTok, because I'll tell you what, I don't even be on that motherfucker. It's going to be all Tahj. I mean, I probably ought to hop on there. I just don't. I'm an old head. I'm only 23, but I'm an old head. So I gotta get more locked into the the youngin type shit. I don't know.
The youngin technology.
I don't know. I sound like an old head, bro. I sound like I'm 45. Shit. But no, shout out to Ben, man. Appreciate you, my man.
Shout out to Ben. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the love. And if you want to be the MVP of the next episode, all you gotta do, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend about the podcast, about the channel.
That's all you got to do, for real.
Greatly appreciate it, man. Thank you. And before we end this podcast, man, not to end it off on a very somber note, but I do want to have like a moment of silence for Warriors assistant coach, man. I also want to say prayers to the Golden State Warriors organization.
Yeah.
I know we make a lot of jokes and we have a lot of banter on the podcast and how we
it's all basketball, man. It's all basketball.
Yeah, man. It's all basketball. And at the end of the day, bro, the NBA is a family. The sports community is a family. We may argue, may have our disagreements and differences, bro, but we all come together when stuff like this happens, man. So I just want to go ahead and, man, RIP to Trejon. I don't even want to mess his name up, man, but RIP to the assistant coach, man, who passed away at 46. I hate to hear something like this, especially for the Golden State Warriors organization, man. So I just want to send my thoughts and prayers out to them. Let's have a quick moment of silence, man.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir. So once again, like I said, thoughts and prayers out to the Warriors organization, man. This is not something it's not easy, man. Especially when you're around somebody every day, somebody who's, gave you knowledge, gave you game, whether that's about the actual game of basketball or just life. So I just want to, like I said, thoughts and prayers, man. Thoughts and prayers. But with that being said, bro, you got anything else you want to add to the podcast before we go ahead and close this out?
Nah, man, not off the top of my head. I just like Tahj said, man, it's a long season, so don't get too caught up in the standings right now. But I will say this is the time of year where you kind of realize what type of team your team's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have an idea, at least an identity. You know what I'm saying? This isn't your complete team, but you should have an identity, whether that's a good defensive team or a team like the Pacers, who are a really good offensive team, but a shitty defensive team. So it's just right now, man, you just got to take everything with a little grain of salt. But here in about a month, like my boy Tahj said, man, around the All-Star break, after it ends, that's when teams really start to ramp it up. They start to go crazy. And hopefully, man, we don't really see no, important injuries, you know what I'm saying? I hope for good health for all the teams, man, especially for my team, bro. It's been 5 fucking years of this shit. But I will say, but I just want to see a fully healthy playoff, man. It'd be dope. But we already know someone's gonna go down. But we're not even gonna think about that right now. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna
Stay
have fun with
positive.
it.
Stay positive.
Yeah, for real. God damn it. Just have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy the process. And hey, man, we gonna be right here on Bucket Discussions, talking some buckets. So yeah, man. You already know what we on.
Yes, sir, man. See y'all next week.
Yes, sir. Peace.
In the jungle like I'm Conan, kind of with both hands. Switch the flow like it was broken. I'm on the road, man. Making plays just like DeRozan. I shoot my shot, and that shit wetter than the ocean. I brag a lot, but with the wind and come the boast in. I made a lot from them apartments that I sold in. He ain't make it up to college, so them streets where he enrolled in. I know I'm a scholar from the moments that I was exposed in.